Next on our agenda then is the board superintendent comments. Who would like to?
I will.
Good.
I would like to engage in a conversation with the four of you, or five, regarding the email that we received this morning proposing a meeting with some of the members of the Everett School Board project. And I would like to get your feelings and about pursuing that opportunity, and if so, maybe the format that you would see that taking shape.
Well, my thoughts are, I think it would be a good opportunity to discuss, i.e., a 2-on-2 kind of situation over coffee. I think I would not want a board meeting or a special meeting to be established for it, only because it could end up being an opportunity to be very publicized. And I don't think that's where we would like to go with something like that. That's the only thing I'm thinking of right now. I just would like over coffee.
Yeah. No, and I would agree with that. I think anytime people certainly have reached out to me, I think people do better just over conversation. And the more relaxed it is, I think the better. I agree with you. I don't think we can publicize a special meeting and go through all that. I think it's appropriate to have people represented for the board.
And I agree, just having two people in a conversation, maybe that we can give information to the two people that would be attending so that you can speak maybe for us without us having to be there, so we don't have to publicize the meeting. I'm concerned, though, with a conversation getting misconstrued on either from either side. So having it in a public place, but I just have concerns.
I think that if I recall correctly, the email contained, it was very specific and directed toward the recent failed initiatives and recommendations and suggestions for how we might improve our efforts next year and reach out to the community. And I think that it would be very important to remain focused on that topic rather than create a scenario where people were felt they could make comments in general about the district, the board, anything really. That clarity would need to be made up front.
I guess I'm a bit ambivalent. I feel like if they have these comments that they feel are representative of such a wide spectrum of the population, that the entire board should hear them. But I also don't want to create a situation that requires a special meeting and all sorts of arrangements. So I do think it's important to meet with them, hear what they have to say, and take it under consideration. But I do, I can see the benefit of the entire board being a participant, but logistically it doesn't make sense.
In a situation like that, if the entire board was available for discussion, that would essentially be a special meeting. Whenever we would have 3 or more members together, that's a special meeting. To have an opportunity in the regular board, meeting for them to speak, I think would get off topic, way off topic. It has the potential of getting way off topic. So how we do that? What would be the best forum to respond?
Could certainly invite them to one of our community sessions that we're planning on having in specific invitation, and that would give many people the opportunity to come and speak to us.
Well, and I think that there hasn't been start over. I believe written form seems to be working okay, or, emails that come in that Director was saying you've answered, or Director Mason, you've answered, and the written form just, I think, and maybe sometimes you can't get, you can get semantics with written, but I think you can get clarity with written as well. So I like the clarity that maybe we have when we write stuff down and reflect and not react.
Yeah, I just wonder if we're overthinking this a bit. I see it as the beginning of conversation that may stop. I'm looking at the email that was sent to us. We believe that hearing these concerns will help the district as you look to modify your approach to your next capital bond to reflect the broad-based interest of voters. As part of this, we have some specific recommendations. We don't know what will be suggested, and we're there to listen to what they have to say. That's I think in a more relaxed environment, we have the opportunity to gain some traction.
In this type of, why don't we, I would like to respond to the email. And I would like to be able to be in a position to state how we're going to go forward with a copy, a conversation, or whatever. If that's fine, if possible, if that's what we want to do.
To me, this is a constituent group. There are other constituent groups that would love to engage with us, and I think that's appropriate, and I think it's appropriate that we sit.
Suggestion?
Perhaps we could videotape the meeting. Get their permission. Then we get all this, we'll see it.
No.
Okay. Just a suggestion.
Okay. I would entertain getting comments or any, I don't want this to be a serial meeting, so I would entertain comments or from all of you in a written form or some type. A written form would be better, email or notepad, so that I can put together an email addressing the possibility of coming together for a conversation. And so it is not a special meeting. I would suggest that we have like 2 members on 2 members, two by two, in this conversation. Because one thing is, I do not want it to be an opportunity, as Director Mitchell had mentioned, being blown out of proportion or with different expectations as a result of a conversation. Is that reasonable?
I believe so.
Okay. Carol, Director Ann, you think that's reasonable? So I could receive your comments and your input, and I would go out with one email message as a reply and establish a conversation.
What comments are you looking for? I'm sorry, I'm not clear on what information you need from us.
I just want how you would like to respond.
I thought you just summarized though.
I'm just going to summarize by saying all of the words to the effect that we value the public inputs on any kind of comments, We value your inputs and what you've done to seek those. That work took time and it took effort. We would love to sit and have coffee with you on such and such a day. Or if you don't value it, tell me you don't value it. Or, you know, if you feel that a survey is only as good as your survey pool, and who's to say what your survey pool consisted of, I don't know. I would like to be able to respond like that instead of let's have a conversation over a cup of coffee at the CRC building on such and such a day with Director Mason. Would you like to be part of that conversation? I say you because I'm sorry to say, but during the day, most other directors are in other employed jobs and may not have the flexibility as much as you and I may.
I would be fine doing that, but I would also like to hear if other directors would be interested as well.
That would be great.
I'm happy to make myself available. I think responding sooner rather than later is best. And that said, I will be on vacation here starting next week for 3 weeks, so I will not, it would have to happen.
Say 3 weeks.
Yes.
3?
Bryce?
Yes. Out of the country. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, let's stick to the topic at hand. So I'm
Director Mitchell, Director Andrew, your comments on
I think given my work schedule and the commitments of regular meetings, I would prefer that somebody attend in my place, and that I will provide comments about my feelings about the bond and the input I would like to
I have no problem participating. Just work.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Thank you very much.
And also weirdly, I did not get the email.
No, it's
I'm okay.
Did she send it to the old director?
no.
Okay. We'll make sure you get a paper. Okay, great. Other